feel for the Black community because I know what it feels like to be racially profiled. I didn't know it before, and I thought it was a little bit of a reach, but now I totally get it. That's what a man came out on here and said. And this is why we should believe victims. This is why we should believe people's stories. This is why we should have empathy. And this is why we should be able to put ourselves in other people's shoes. Because you thought it was a reach. That's what he said. He thought it was a reach when the Black community said that they were being racially profiled and they were getting stopped for no reason. And like, it probably wasn't that serious. But now that Latinos are getting racially profiled, now he gets it. This is why empathy is so important, because you never know when the tables turn. And no, it shouldn't be transactional. It really shouldn't. You should believe people because you should think. You should be able to think outside yourself and be like, if that was me, I would hate that. I don't have to be Black to realize that that freaking sucks. That what they go through, what they've experienced, sounds painful. That I can't even imagine the years of frustration and honestly, just freaking frustration and anger that they must feel. But guess what? Now Latinos get it. Now. And that is why we are in the situation that we are. Because people don't feel for others until it happens to them.
I have a lot of people in the comments talking about, why are you just talking about African Americans? Why are you just asking for our support? Why are you not asking white people? Why are you not asking Asian people? If it's not clear by now, they have never been part of the fight. And that's not to come for you guys, but the majority is not the minority, right? Black and brown are the minority in this country. We have had a lot more issues than any other race in this country. So, you know, by default, you would kind of think like we would stand together, you know, having a history of so much oppression. And, you know, I'm not trying to discredit anybody else, but we have both been through a lot. This is not even a topic of conversation. Once y'all get over the fact that it's not a race thing, because there's only one race, and that is the human race. And if you guys want to continue to put us in separate teams, then we are never going to fix the problem.
You guys put yourselves in a separate race from us. Hispanics, Latinos have always made it clear that they are not the Blacks. Me no black, me no black, me no black. What about Native Americans? The so-called Native Americans? Y'all actually look a lot alike, to be quite honest. How come you ain't calling on them? Aren't they a minority? Asians are not a minority. Like the math just is not mathing with this one. You know what it is? What it all boils down to? What people never want to admit is that Black American people have always fought, and we have always prevailed. No matter if y'all want to say we on the bottom or what, we got ourselves out of shackles. It was not just because some white man one day woke up and said, oh, I think I want to let my slaves free. I think I want to let go of my free labor. Clearly, that was not the case, because look at what followed with Jim Crow. The most lynchings happened in America after so-called slavery was abolished. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, we've always fought. And we've always prevailed. You might not want to call us victors or winners, but we've always prevailed. I'll use that word. That's the operative word. And y'all all recognize that. I'm glad that y'all keep calling on us, because y'all know who we are. Deep down inside, y'all know that we put boots to the motherfucking ground. Where them fans at? Whoa, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Y'all know we get shit done. Y'all know we make noise. But what I don't like is that y'all are being so disingenuous and making it seem like we've always had this solidarity and this unity amongst us, when you all in your own communities have anti-Blackness that you have yet to address in your own communities. The Afro-Latin community is underrepresented. They face discrimination, racism, colorism. And y'all take those same ideas and ideologies, and when y'all migrate here, y'all bring that with y'all. And y'all try to treat us like the same way y'all treat the Black folk in y'all's countries, respectively. But instead of calling on us, why don't you call out the people that's actually doing these things to you? White people have helped us too to fight during the civil rights movement. More so than Latinos and Hispanics. Like, let's just keep it real. Why not call on them? Why not call on white people to be allies with you? This is very, very interesting. And I don't want anybody to get maimed or pow with a rubber bullet. I don't like the footage that I've seen of people getting ran over by cars. It's very, very unfortunate. I'm not sitting up here saying that doesn't, I have empathy. But I don't want to be out there getting shot. I don't know. Anyways, what do y'all want us to do? That's it. Let me ask. What do y'all want us to do? For the ones that keep saying, where's the black people? What exactly do y'all want us to do? Spread love is the Brooklyn way. I hope everything works out.
There is a saying that goes, once you cross a river, do not burn down the bridge. Because you know why? You might need the bridge in coming back. This is likened to the situation between the Latinas and the Black Americans. You understand that without the hard work, without the struggle of the Black Americans, Latinas wouldn't be working. They wouldn't be in a comfortable situation. It is because of the sweat of the Black Americans that even we Africans can go all the way to USA and work over there and come back. Give credit where credit is due. It follows that the Latinas, after they realized that they now don't need the Black Americans, they decided to dispose them. I believe you've seen those videos where the Latinas are calling Black Americans the N-word, and they are calling it in a way that shows superiority. They are calling it in a way that shows, I don't care. Now you can't touch me. You see, even the Latinas are casting out their fellow Latinas who are dark-skinned. It tells you how much that goes on in the minds of the Latinas. So, in this video, there is a group of Latinas who have come up front. They have realized they have been doing wrong, and now they have repented and they are asking blacks for forgiveness. Let's listen to them. I shall be back.
Latinos in the United States have not earned the support of black people for us to be demanding, oh yeah, why aren't they coming out to protest with us? Why aren't they engaging in activism with us? Because we haven't earned it at all, in the slightest. Or did you guys forget that 46% of all eligible Latino voters voted for Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election? Or how about the fact that racism, anti-blackness, colorism, all of these things are still very much pervasive in our communities? Bro, Latinos haven't even reconciled with the fact that they can't use the N-word unless they're also black themselves, because Afro-Latinos exist. Oh, and if we're talking about Miami, oof, you'll see the whitest MAGA Latinos be like, bro, but I grew up in the hood. I grew up around black people. In Overtown or in Liberty City, I could say it, bro. No one's going to stop me from saying it. It's my right. I'm not racist. I have a black friend. We haven't even gotten over that. And we want black people to go to protest with us, to engage in activism with us, putting their lives, their freedom, their bodies on the line? No. I completely understand any black person that wants to just disengage, disregard us. I get it, guys. I really, really do. And we, as Latinos, as a collective, should not be harboring resentment against black people, criticizing them, getting angry at them, questioning them. No. No. Because we've earned this. They are completely justified in feeling the way they feel and doing what they're doing. Now, I would like to give a message to the black folks watching this video. You are completely justified in your feelings and in doing what you're doing, and I respect it. But please remember that black folks are also being affected by this persecution of undocumented migrants. And I feel like that's not talked about enough either. Here, Miami, Florida is the best example. Haitians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, Afro-Cubans, Afro-Hondurans, Garifunas, black people from all over Latin America and all over the world, Africans, just so many black people that are also undocumented that are really being affected by the persecution of this administration. And of course, much like any other entity in space, black folks in immigration detention centers, in the immigration system, are treated worse than their white, Latino, Asian counterparts. So it's really important to acknowledge that and just let you guys know. But yeah, Latinos, we need to tighten up. If you guys want the support of the black community, then earn it. Demonstrate that we can solve these issues of racism in our own communities, and please stop saying the N-word. If you're not black, don't say the N-word. It's really...
You know, when Black Lives happened, a lot of Latinos were there supporting black people. We were protesting with you guys. We were sharing information. And you know what happened? White people started saying all lives matter because they didn't see what was going on. They weren't seeing the bigger picture. And just because, yes, black people have dealt with this, does not mean that it takes away from what's happening right now. Two things can be true at the same time. I don't really understand why some black Americans are like above all of this and then trying to make it about yourself when this is not about you right now. It's been about you this whole time, but right now it's not about you. And this shouldn't even be a problem between us. We should be working together, not fighting against each other like some of you are in these comments. Right now it's Latinos getting taken. Next thing is going to be Asians. They've already started deporting Asian people. It is not going to stop. And it's not going to stop, especially with this current president. Like I said, we should be working together, not against each other. We have a...
I don't care what nobody says. Being held accountable by your own kind is the most effective method. The only method that I might place above that is the feel it to learn method, where you got to make them feel it to learn. That's the only other method that I would put above that. But being told about yourself by somebody who looks like yourself, it just hits differently. It's almost like, damn self, you might be onto something. Damn self, damn twin, I gotta listen to you because you look like me. And it's for that reason alone why I gotta leave the Latino community, why I gotta leave the Cuban American community in Florida specifically, why I gotta leave the I will vote Donald Trump with this clip. I gotta leave you guys with this clip.
African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only one with the experience of civil matter. They are the only one que tenían el esclavo ahí mismitico. They are the only one that are not going to get deported anywhere, and you cannot put them all in jail. So African American community, which is the community that is stepped on by Cubans the most, are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And
Did you hear what she said? Did you hear what she said? Because it's the exact same sentiments that every African American person, every Black American person have been screaming since elections time. The same exact sentiments. And now, because of the bullshit that the Latino community have entered themselves into, literally voting against the same exact group of people that now hold the power of being able to save you. She said it. She said it. See, I knew this. I knew that it's only the African American community, that it's only the Black American community that can save the Latino community from the bullshit that they got themselves into. I knew this. But see, you're not going to listen when I say it. But you'll probably listen when she says it. And the thing about it too, see, technically, I'm a Latina. I'm Haitian. But I'm not the Latina that you're going to listen to. I'm not. That one, though, she is. She is. She has that proximity to whiteness that you guys respect. Right? So now she states that it's only the African American community that can save the Latino community from the bullshit that you guys put yourselves into. And you only are in that because you were so hell-bent on voting against the same exact group, against the interest, the self-interest for that same group of people that now are the only ones that can save you. Look at that, full circle.
For the African American community that has not come out, because it is not. I do. We didn't do shit for them.
I get it. I get it. But I don't.
Me and you support, but in masses, we didn't support anything that was going with them. Latinos look at Cubans specifically. I'm not gonna talk about any other community because I'm not part of that community, even though I'm a Latina with them. Cubans talk shit about African Americans. Cubans did not support African Americans. Cubans think that they all victimize themselves, of this, all of that. African Americans are the only ones that are going to save your asses, Latinos. So you better start kissing. If you're going to kiss some ass in this country, you better kiss some black ass.
Again, it's not coming out of my mouth. She said it. She said it, and she's 100% right. For the I will vote Donald Trump. You guys, y'all got to start kissing some black ass. Y'all all better get to kissing some black asses. And right now, the black asses ain't moving for shit. If it's not for them, they're not moving. They're not moving. So I don't know how you guys gonna make it through. But she just said it. She said it. It's the African American community. It is the Black American community that can save you guys from the bullshit that you are in. And you can think the I will vote Donald Trump. Think.
Latinos have never needed Black Americans to force their racial biases on us. We have our own. We have been anti-black all by ourselves. Latinos have been colorists all by themselves. Latinos have been racist all by themselves, way before they come to America, way before they ever have contact with Black Americans. You know what the difference is? Normalized forms of racism, colorism, and anti-blackness. What's normal amongst people in our culture, what's hush-hush, what's swept under the rug or not dealt with or just accepted, doesn't fly with Black Americans. And you just don't like the fact that a Black American will call you out on it. Because it's not normal. And it shouldn't be accepted. And it shouldn't be okay. So when you have people in your own community letting you know that they've been hurt or traumatized or discriminated by people in our own community, family members even, you need to listen. You need to listen instead of deflecting. Because this comment right here is a total and complete cop-out. It's straight up deflection. And it is a bold-faced lie. Our racial biases, they start back home. They start in our own countries, in our own islands. We just bring it here with us. You just don't like the boldness of how Black Americans deal with racism. Normalized anti-Blackness is not a value. Normalized colorism is not a value. Sweeping things under the rug and not talking about them, that's not a cultural value. It's not. Yet it's something that you seek to covet and put above Black Americans. You need to stop pitting Latinos against Black Americans and recognize that the root cause of all of the issues we have across all of our communities is white supremacy. Recognize how white supremacy has operated in your own life and how it has afforded you white privilege as a white presenting Latino and given you a life experience that more Black presenting Latinos cannot identify with. And stop propagating the lie and the myth that we don't care about race and there's no racism.
See, here's the thing. I did stand up for you guys. I've put up a wall because I now know all of y'all are related. Y'all all gonna ride for each other. Neither one of you is gonna stand up on their own to sit there and be like, why are y'all fucking with this dude? Leave him alone. Y'all gonna all ride for each other. Y'all family. That's how y'all rock. You know, and that's cool. I'd love to be a part of that type of family, but I don't want to be part of that type of family. That's embarrassing as fuck. So with that being said, they tried to take pictures of me again. One night she had left. No, he was coming in. I was leaving. When he came in, we got slammed right before I had got ready to start cleaning up. So I only had like 10, 15 minutes before it was time for me to clock out and go home. But I always stay overtime to make sure I finish my job. Now, mind you, while I'm trying to finish my job, I'm supposed to be gone at 10. I ended up leaving at like 11. I'm still going around cleaning up, washing dishes, wiping everything down, restocking everything, making sure he got extra meat, extra eggs, all that. While I'm still cleaning up, he's going around taking pictures of every fucking thing. Everything he's taking pictures of. He's taking pictures of stuff that I'm not even finished with. Now, he takes all the pictures that he took, waits until I go home, sends the picture to his wife. His wife sends the pictures to my manager. My manager calls me and sends me the pictures. Boss lady, every last one of these pictures is pictures. It looked like he took all these pictures while he was watching me cleaning up. While I was still there. I hadn't even left yet. I hadn't clocked out or anything. I was still cleaning up. She tells me, yeah, I know I was watching on the camera. So I'm sitting here like, it's really that serious to where y'all don't like us that much, to where you're willing to try to get me fired from my job that damn bad, only because you don't like my skin color. That was the day that I started realizing how serious. I thought racism was a serious thing back then, but nowadays, when I almost lost a job I needed to take care of my children, knowing that you guys do the same shit to take care of your kids. Now sit there and tell me you have any reason to sit there and ask black people to help you in a fucking rally. And come back and holler at me when you get a good ass reason. Because this is not just an everyday thing for me. This ain't no just random act for me that just happened out of nowhere. This is shit that y'all are doing everywhere across America, bro. Y'all don't fuck with us. So why sit up here and act like y'all do? Even people like me sit up there and give y'all chances to show us that y'all actually like us. Don't even sit there and be thinking about the fact that you might be racist. Don't even think about anything like that. And then you turn around and put people through shit like this. Now, I still have my job to this day. Every single one of them quit or got fired now since then. Why? Because I didn't do nothing but keep doing my job. I didn't feed into that bull. I didn't sit there and condone into the drama. I kept doing my job. And guess what? Now the entire kitchen has flipped. Because only one man that came in destined to take care of his family. You see how God worked? Now them motherfuckers got to go look for work somewhere else. You should have did your job and left me alone.
Sisters, listen. I want y'all to really, really listen to me now, okay? Because this is real. We said that we were going to sit our asses down, right? Look, and I know that what's going on out here is really fucked up, okay? Especially when it comes to these babies being taken away from their families and things like that. I get it. I heard a sister say that she's a teacher, and she was saying, you know, they can't come get my babies. I work too hard, this, that, and the other. Now, granted, I understand all of that, but this right here is not our fight. It's not. It's not. And I feel so bad because the human and mother and just doing what's right in me. Listen, you want to help. You want to help. And I understand that. We can't do that. We can't. It's nothing we can do. This is not our fight. I'm not going to go and talk about, because I've heard a couple of people saying, well, they didn't help us when we was in trouble and da-da-da-da, and we're not going to help them. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. We're going to see how all of this plays out, okay? And the only thing that you can do, especially to my black sisters that are teachers, the only thing that you can do is when they come and do whatever they're supposed to do, just do your part. That's all you can do. Just do your part. And try not to let your feelings and emotions get in it, because you're going to lose. You're going to lose. This is not our fight, y'all. We got to calm down and think about what's going on, especially with us. Okay? I'm not saying that I don't care about that, but that's not my main priority. You understand? It's not. I want to make sure that we are okay as a people, because see, stuff is being done to us too. Let's not forget, okay? So, like I said, I understand, you know, the humane part of you wants to help. They're babies. They're little ones. That would break my heart. But I understand. See, when you're dealing with that up there, what's that? What's the address? 1600, whatever the street is. Okay. When you're dealing with folk like that, yeah. We just got to mind our business. That's it. We just have to mind our business. That's it, okay? And some of y'all may feel some kind of way, and that's fine, because we all have opinions and differences. This is just how I feel, okay? So, yeah, I just want to come on here right quick and, get that out. All right, y'all.
After carefully watching this video, here is my deep critical analysis. We need to confess one thing. You should not and you should never burn any bridge once it served you. Because if you burn it, you might not find your way back. So, the Latinas. You understand that the Latinas are a group of people with whom have mixed ancestry. They are people with the Spanish, Portuguese, English ancestry. Some of them are also people with African and the Native American ancestry, you see. So it falls under a group of people called Hispanics. I'm not certain about it. You may correct me. I stand to be corrected. But either it is that the Hispanics are a member of the Latinas, or the Latinas are a member of the Hispanics. One always gets into the other. So right now I'm looking back and I'm trying to understand one thing. The Black Americans, the struggle, the lynching, the redlining, the police segregation, you know, and the police racism, Jim Crow, right? All these were materials to build the black character, because the black character is very resilient. The black character is very tough. The black character is a character that is full of wisdom, is full of knowledge, right? Look at people such as Louis Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan spews wisdom out of his mouth, right? He speaks words of encouragement, words of truth, words of education, right? And so it is through the love, the likeness, it is through the understanding, it is through people such as Louis Farrakhan that black people were also able to come up front and help other communities, you know. Black people are a minority. They just make 13% of the US population. But at the same time, they create wonders. They create wonders on these communities, right? And also, you need to understand that as the people have been discussing in the video, you know, people always are brought together. Negative memories. When I say negative, I mean the hard times. It is always easier to remember the hard times than it is to remember the good times, right? You can remember hard times with you and your friend when you used to go through a lot of difficulties, you know, going through rain, maybe being arrested, you know, maybe you went to the hospital, right? So those hard times are hard times which create bonds. These hard times create better relationships, right? And so when I look right now at the black person in America, I see a person that has gone through a lot, but him going through this too much does not exempt him, or not just exempt, does not give him an excuse to do what's wrong. From the abundance of his heart, he goes ahead and he employs the Latinas, he employs the Africans, he employs the white people, right? Only to be fought back by these specific people that they are trying to fight, you see? And so karma has hit hard, and karma has hit very, very hard. There comes Trump. Trump brings the deportation laws. Trump says anyone who is not of America will leave America. And now, at this point, the Latinas are panicking. Oh my, we've been insulting the black people. We've been talking bad about these African Americans. What are we going to do this time? Our punching bag is now more American than we are, you know. Now it's not about the skin color, it's about the originality. Now here is where the importance of the FBA comes in, because an FBA is not an immigrant, but a Latina is an immigrant. Trump comes in and tries to kick them out, of which he succeeds in kicking out so many. And now the Latinas come back and say, kindly fight for us. This is our fight. We are one among each other. But no, we are one among each other when things are hard. When things were good, you didn't want to be around me. You didn't want me to work on your job. You didn't want me to marry your daughter. You didn't want me to sit close to you in a bus or in a train. Now, because you are in hard times, you remember me as your brother. No, kindly fight your own fight, right? But that's not the heart of the black person. That's not the heart of the African. That's not the black of the FBA. The black person is a man who understands forgiveness, a man who understands empathy, a man who understands what suffering is because they have been made to go through it. Sometimes you understand something better when you've gone through it. And if you have not gone through it, you'll never understand it better. And so this is the story and this is the situation of the black person in America and the Latinas. The Latinas have been misusing and disusing the black person, and now they need him when it matters the most. I believe and I really am grateful for the black people who have acted positively towards this specific situation. Thank you, and I applaud you so much. Happy are those who are kind in heart. You know what? You shall see the kingdom of God. Yes. This is EFK Original Documentaries. If you value my work, kindly subscribe. I'll surely appreciate, and see you in the next one.